Hello, Mojuba Capoeira and all of our friends. Mestre Ponce speaking. I wanted to make this video because the last 3 days I have been teaching something in my class related to some of my notes from really long time ago from the Ponte Diaries. You might still have seen, there's some videos on YouTube that I call it the Ponte Diaries. And I brought this back into class this week. And I showed one part of the practice that had a really big impact straight away, really, like straight away I saw, you know, when you teach something as a teacher, any teachers watching this, you teach something and you really can see that that information was easy to understand and it had a great result. So to enhance your practice even further, as most of my students follow this channel on YouTube, I decided to make this video to help you, okay? This is to do with the Ponte, so as I said, from the Ponte Diaries. This may be like a big discovery for someone. When you do a bridge, I have a rule with me, and this is to do with a Ponte, for capoeira obviously, that allows you to move, okay? So let's say if you are someone who, let's just say that you're not very flexible, okay? I don't like using like that kind of term, but let's say you're not very flexible and you can just about to go into the bridge, but every time you just halfway, you collapse, okay? Or you feel like you lower yourself so much. If you are quite flexible and the range of movement is really easy, you can go from many positions, then you can still use what I'm gonna say to as an artistic point, becomes quite organic. I think actually it's very beautiful for those who are quite flexible to use what I'm gonna say. But it's there already for you. Now, if you are someone, as I said, who struggle to get into the bridge and to move to the other side, then this technique may really help, okay? What is it? Is to have this rule. If you cannot do with one arm, you cannot do with both. And it's like, what? Are you saying that I should be able to do that bridge with one arm? Surely it's harder. Now you'd be like, this is harder. How can I do with one arm? Well, I believe in that. You should be able to do 80% or even 90% of your transition on one arm. That arm, you have to get obsessed about that one arm and get strong on that one arm. When you can do that, the second arm will fall into place so naturally and so beautifully, okay? Now, of course, there are different ways to practice this. It's no good me just saying, do it on one arm. You have to practice. Nevertheless, the practice will help you to understand that perhaps quite fast, okay? The first practice is to have the position of the hand position into bridge. I'm on the tabletop. I step out and I do not use this arm in any shape or form rather than staying here stuck, creating this big chunk. It's one chunk of my body here. Then I go away from the hand. Now remember, as I said, these are for those who are struggling in that transition. I go away from the hand, see? And then I scoop there, no bridge yet. Look how far I am. And then I come back a little bit into that. And maybe I come back this way. And then I come back this way. Now the second point is to do that. And then still without the bridge, I start to drop the head. Okay? So the basic concept is that when that's strong, you should be able to go halfway, one arm, one arm, one arm, and come back. One arm, one arm. and naturally the other arm will fall. So if I cannot do this part on one hand, if I'm searching here, and I should be able to very confidently as you get better, your next thing is to try to keep that arm a little more straight. Okay, now obviously this is something that we're going to be working in class. This video is just to prepare you, so you don't even have to try that. And if you do, if you've been training with me and you're trying this and you're like, I don't understand, it feels harder, don't worry. Come to class, and in class I'm going to help you to find out what I mean about these things. What's this all about? And then you'll be able to find your bridge. And once that becomes an integral part of your bridge, I can say with confidence, you're gonna have very little issue in moving from one side to the other, okay? So let's get excited and practice together. Um abraço. Tchau, tchau.